Hi everyone, so this is Melissa Rooney. I've been getting a lot of emails about how to use myMCPS Classroom to sync grades and weight grades correctly, so I figured this was the most efficient way to share this information with all of you. So I've already logged into my myMCPS Classroom page. So remember, the web address is right here at the top, mcpsmd.instructure.com, and your username and password are just your Google Apps password for MCPS. So I'm going to go ahead and choose one of my classes. And what's going to happen is, if you look here, first of all, if you look here on the right-hand side of my screen where it says course status, this is what my previous email was about. Please make sure that your green published box is checked. Otherwise, students and parents won't be able to see your course. And it might lead to a lot of questions about where to find course information, and you might have a bunch of wonderful, amazing pages and assignments made, but until you check that published box for your course, no one can see any of those wonderful things. All right, so to get into assignments, so if you look here on the menu on the side of your page, you're going to go ahead and click on assignments. Remember, if you have not made any assignments, they might not be present yet, just because it would be gray because you don't have any. If you look here, I've already gone ahead and created my groups, but I will show you how to do that. So let me go ahead and get rid of my group. So the way that you would then do this, so if you're logging in for the first time, it would look something like this. There's nothing here. Wait, I want to delete that. So like nothing is present on this page. So if you go to group, this is how you're going to add an assignment category. So we have summatives, and I know this might be different from department to department, but in my course it's 40%. So I've typed in the name, and then 40%. I'm going to add the next group, formative. And that in my department is 50%. And then finally I have the homework category, which is 10%. And I just like to have them in this order. So I actually have weighted it just by creating the groups. If you create the group and you haven't put in a weight, you can always go back and do that by clicking on this little wheel in the corner and going to assignment group weights. And then you can change this at any time. So let's say that like you don't want to use this template, you want to use a different one. If you have like a common writing task or a common task, you could then add that category as well. And as long as it adds up to 100, it'll calculate the student's grade and weight it in myMCPS Classroom so that they don't see it as total points the way our compliance training grade was done, where it was just the total number of points earned divided by total number of points available. This lets you break it into those categories. And I have tried it. You can, by putting it into one of these groups, these categories, summative, formative, or homework, you can then pinnacle sync under grades. So like if you were going to grades, when a student logs in, they'll see this broken out by category and then by assignment. And the really cool thing is when you pinnacle sync, if you have designated one of those groups, it will then automatically create it in the correct category in the gradebook, which is extremely helpful. So if you have any questions about how to create the categories for formatives, summatives, or homework, as well as sending grades to the gradebook using the pinnacle sync button that you see here on my screen, please don't hesitate to reach out, but this video should help answer some of your questions. All right, thanks. Bye.